Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today for another Visit Bakersfield Webinar Wednesday. My name is Evangelina Medina. I am the Senior Sales Representative at Visit Bakersfield, and today we are doing a Web-BEER-nar Wednesday, where we feature the sound of something brewing. Today we'll be talking with Frank Miranda, the owner of Second Phase Brewing, Kim Belmont, the co-owner of Great Change Brewery, and Don Bynum, the president of Temblor Brewing. Today we will be looking at these three breweries, and we'll have the opportunity to see their special drinks, any food items that they may have available, their hours of operation, any safety guidelines that they've recently implemented, as well as a quick tour and snapshots of their brewery location. We will also have a Q&A with the brewery locations at the end of the webinar, so please be sure to stick around. If you have any questions as the webinar is going on, feel free to jot those down in the Q&A section here on Zoom, and we will get to your questions at the end. We will also have a quick poll before logging out, so be sure to look out for that as well. All right, so with that, we will get started with our Web-BEER-nar tour.
So, hi, my name is Frank Miranda, aka Poncho for most of the beer world, and I am the owner and brewer of Second Phase Brewing. Actually, my big jump into all of this was wanting to create something in the town I was born and raised in Bakersfield, and just decided that since I was homebrewing for so long, that making beer was going to be the perfect solution for that. So I graduated from Richard High School and went to UC Irvine and got my degree in biology with an emphasis in chemistry, and actually spent most of my career in medical laboratories and water chemical laboratories. So when I decided to leave that industry and start something here in town, the first thought was, let's do a brewery. We didn't have, we're still new with how many people we have in this amazing town. We needed another brewery, and we had the best opportunity to end the awesome opportunity to actually bring one to downtown Bakersfield, which was amazing. So the best part of this place, and especially when you're trying to build a brewery in downtown Bakersfield, is infrastructure. Downtown Bakersfield's a little bit older. There's a lot of things, especially for a brewery that are required, drainage and electrical being some of the biggest two things. We decided, if we were going to try to find a place in downtown, it had to fit all those. We got lucky. This place was built in 1941. It was the original Sam Lou laundromats, and we were actually in the laundry service area. They were about 4,200 square feet, really tall ceilings. We had everything that we needed that just needed a little bit of work to get things functional. So because this was a laundromat, we had the drainage, we had the electrical, we had the space, and it just worked out. The ceiling that everyone enjoys when they come in here was actually put in 2008, and it just worked perfectly, and the owners wanted to showcase this building and have people come in here and enjoy it, and we got the best opportunity to come in here and make that happen. So fantastic space. We tried to keep as much of the original look of the building going, especially trying to tie in our influence in it to it as well, and can't be more excited than coming in here and having a beer. Second Phase, one of our biggest sellers, beer that people will enjoy the most is our Rich Uncle. It's a light golden ale, has a really crisp kind of hop taste to it, a little citrusy, not over the top, light in the body, but just has a good pack of heaviness to it. So it's a great summer beer. We do push out just a lot of experimental beers. When we say experimental, because of our size of our system, we're able to play around with a lot of flavor profiles and actually a lot of additions of fruit and also anything else that we can really come up with. We've worked with Murray Farms for a couple of beers, getting blueberries from them. We've worked with Tesh Farms, getting a lot of stone fruit like blue lots into beers. So we try to play quite a bit with our recipes and see what we come up. We have everything from light ales to red ales to IPAs. We're working on hazy IPAs at the moment as well for this upcoming wise. But our goal is to not only bring in craft beer lovers, but people that just enjoy beer altogether, and especially beer that's made in Bakersfield. We don't want people to be intimidated by coming in here and not knowing what you're going to want to drink in life. We are here to help bring that out and say, what do you like to drink, and let's see if we can find something for you here. And most of my recipes are kind of geared towards that. So what we like to do is have like a good selection of beers, but our main focus is that we here at Second Phase will have our core beers, which are the beers on the top. These are the beers that we're going to consistently keep on tap. I think they're solid beers that people really enjoy. Once we get down to the bottom, that's the experimental side, which is the main focus on Second Phase. We want to be able to create beers and try different recipes and not, hold ourselves back. And if we really want to see what we can come up with. So once we get down to the bottom, these are things that we might have on tap for a little bit. We might bring them back, we might not. But there's always going to be something new coming through here. The ultimate goal here was to at least have a new flight for every month. And that requires us to keep things going and keep things small and see how things work out. As you can tell, most of the artwork is being done by my wife and my sister-in-law, and especially a lot of the things in here, in our building, was all family oriented. My aunts, painted a lot of the artwork on the walls. Our family put, this bar top together and tables together. There's a lot of family love and a lot of family support going through this place, which I couldn't have done without. So, we try to keep things unique, and we try to showcase that in our beers as well. So with all the changes that happened in the last couple of months, we've made some adjustments just to make sure everyone is safe when they come and spend some time with us. We currently are only open to patio service when we have a food vendor available. So every sit-down service requires a food purchase, and we work with our food vendors that have been with us since the actual opening. Right now, at Second Phase, we have two patios, one that's in our front area, and then we have a patio in the back as well. So whenever we do have our food service, which typically at this moment it is Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, we have our patio service open. We do implement mask wearing. We did make a lot of changes to make sure that people are 6 feet apart while they're sitting. But biggest focus is making sure that people are safe. So we do try to work with a lot of our friends out here in downtown Bakersfield. Some of the events that we've done in the past, actually recently this week, is we worked with Local Farm to Table, and we did a giveaway with gift cards just to kind of push out together after we've started providing our beer actually at Local Farm to Table. So that's been a great thing. In the past, when we were open, we were focusing on having some live music events and doing things just to have some more entertainment in here. We are moving forward. We're trying to expand back to our normal hours. We are working on trying to make our patios a little bit more comfortable, and we're trying to work on just having more seating, outdoor seating, along with some maybe future music events. We'll see how things work out, but our goal is to kind of bring back that feeling when we first opened up. If you are just wanting to come in to get any kind of to-go options, what we actually focus on is pint cans. We have all of our beers on tap in pints, except for a few, which is our Bakersfield Blues at the moment, where we actually have in bottles. We can do a mix and match. We usually typically do a four-pack being the same volume as a growler fill, and we can do a mix and match of any of the beers. Most of the cans roughly run between $4.50 and $7, just depending on the style of the beer. But they're all available, ready to go. You can walk in, grab a 4-pack, and you're out the door, enjoying it at home. best way to reach us at Second Phase is either through Instagram or Facebook. You can reach us at Instagram. It's Second Phase Brewing. We can also get us the same tag at Facebook. You can reach us also on our website at www.secondphasebrewing.com. And most of the messages currently are going to me, so you'll talk directly to the owner and brewer at Second Phase Brewing.
I'm one of the co-owners of Great Change Brewing. We opened up in December of 2018, so we've already been around for a year and we're in our second year now. My background is being a craft beer lover, and it was a hobby for years. My husband and I would include craft beer in all of our travels, and we had a great network of friends here in Bakersfield where we would get together all the time and share beers that we would pick up during our travels. So we've been talking about it for years, wouldn't it be cool to open up our own brewery? Well, it finally happened. We were ready to step away from our corporate America jobs and do something on a daily basis that was a true passion. So we've been thoroughly pleased with how Bakersfield has received us, and we want to continue to grow and get the word out that we're here. Anybody that loves craft beer should appreciate the beers that we are creating here. Kyle Smith, who is a former co-owner of Cream River Brewing, is our partner and head brewer. So our beer styles are very traditional to craft beer at its roots and beginnings. We do what you would consider West Coast style beers. So we have a good choice. We have everything from our blonde to a pale to an IPA, a double IPA. Sometimes we'll have porters on tap, and we always have a stout on tap right now. And then Kyle did brew a French Saison, which is a European style, and it's one that is known for being a warm weather thirst quencher. So it's a very unique style. So if anybody has never tried a Saison before, you can come down here and get one. What we're doing right now during the pandemic is very, very unusual for us because we're not able to allow people to come in and enjoy our beautiful tap room right now. We're required to make people use our patio, so you can come on days that we have food trucks, and we really appreciate that we do have some food trucks that have partnered with us, because the only way that you can enjoy a beer here on the premises is if you have food with it. So right now we seem to have food trucks on a pretty regular basis on Tuesdays and then Thursday through Sunday. So on those days, you can come and order a beer, order food from the food truck, and sit out on the patio. Right now we have a good choice of beers on tap for people. If you come in, you can order anything off of our draft line to go. We can put it in a 32-ounce crowler, and you can take it home with you. We also have various 16-ounce cans of beer available that you can also take home also. So if you are in here at a time that we do not have a food truck, your only option will be to get beer to go. So you also can bring in what's called growlers, which is something that looks similar to this, and we will fill these also for you to take home. But our beers are, like I had said previously, we have a really good selection. We have a blonde ale, which is a very light, refreshing, really light finish on it. Our pale ale is brewed with a hop that gives a sort of a tropical fruit note, so it's very popular now. And then we have our IPAs. We have our Dayride IPA, which is our original IPA, and it's brewed with Cascade and Simcoe hops, so it has sort of a piney note to it. Very refreshing. Then we have our double IPA, which is our Yo Mr. White. Very popular also. It is a little bit higher in ABV, so you have to really watch it when you're drinking this one because it goes down so smooth you forget that it's over 8%. But again, this is a really popular one also. So if you have questions, you're not sure what type of beer you would like, we can definitely help you and let you try different beers to see if you want to actually take that one home with you or not, or have that one poured for you to have with your meal. It's very easy just to do a quick little sampling of each beer to help you decide. I mean, everybody's got different tastes, so nobody's gonna look down at you if you don't like a certain beer. So we are located at 4200 Resnick Court here in Bakersfield, which is about 2 to 2.5 miles west of Highway 99. We are a brewery and a tap room all under one roof. We have a 10,000 square foot building. So our tap room is ample in size, along with our patio. Our patio is what's getting most use right now during the pandemic and the restrictions that we are under. But we are still brewing beer. Beer is still being bought, both on the retail side and on the residential side, customer side. So a lot of people ended up during this pandemic buying their own kegerator so that they could actually have draft beer at home. So not only do we sell our 32-ounce growlers and 16-ounce cans to go, but we will also sell you a keg to take home. So if you are one of those people that broke down and bought the kegerator, then you're in luck because you can come get your keg from us directly. It makes it nice to not have to travel out too much to get your beer, and then it's fresh right on tap right in your own home. So we do both half barrels and 1/6 barrels. So you have a choice. Most kegerators are more friendly to the 1/6 barrels, which are what we call pin kegs. They are the smaller ones. So you can call us. Our phone number is 661-735-5016 and find out what's available at any time. You can place your order that way, or you can go onto our website, which is greatchangebrewing.com, and we have an online store, so you can also purchase that way. We are still doing direct deliveries to households right now, which was something that previous to the pandemic we wouldn't be able to do, but we've been allowed to do so during this time. So you can go online and place your order for beer, and we will bring it to you, and that's both kegs and cans. So again, that has been a great help for a lot of people that just haven't felt like they wanted to get out and have to go into multiple places to purchase. Another thing is that we are located in a part of Bakersfield where there are other breweries nearby us. So we are in what we like to call the Bakersfield Craft Brewery area, and we have right within a mile and a half of us 3 other breweries. There's Lengthwise Brewing, there's Dionysus Brewing, and there's Crusader Brewing. So we sort of like where we're located because it's convenient for somebody that is coming to this area to not only visit us, but to visit 3 other breweries within just a couple of hours. So it would make it more doable if you are just passing through. So our patio has become our place for sitting down and enjoying a beer while you're eating a meal. When we are open, we will have canopies and umbrellas out on the tables to add shade. Like I said earlier too, our temps are cooling, so we have a nice breeze out here on the patio, which helps. We also have a couple of mister machines that we set out. So it is becoming a very comfortable patio now, thank goodness. But yes, please come by and check us out on a day when we do have the food trucks. Get something to eat, try some of our beers, pick one that you like, and you can sit down and enjoy some great food along with some great changed beer. We do want to be able to accommodate parties, and if you are a very large party, we could definitely work with you. We could possibly do it at a time when we're not as busy. Or if you're a smaller party, we do have a conference room which we could utilize so that you could be separate and have a little, a little more privacy. So we're willing to work with people. Our largest events that we have held so far here are our own anniversary event, and then we have the Bakersfield Pitmasters barbecue competition was held here last year, and unfortunately they couldn't hold it here this year, but we're looking forward to having them come back next year. So since we are still a young brewery, we're very flexible in wanting to work with people. We have had parties come in and utilize our tap room. Of course, this would have to be at a time when we are allowed to be doing things back indoors again, but we can reserve tables if you want to actually be out in the mix with customers. We would just reserve tables in the tap room for you ahead of time so that you would be assured to have them. We have had some birthday parties and baby showers in the tap room, and it has worked out well, like on a Saturday afternoon before we get too busy. They would come in and they could set up the tables and decorate, and it went very well for the ones we've had so far. And then we've had a retirement party where we did utilize the conference room for the food, so that people would go in there and get their food, but they all mingled out here in the tap room. And there, for that particular retirement party, there were about 80 people, so it worked well also, still having regular customers coming in. I think it works out better if it's earlier in the day, before dinner time. We seem to would not have so many people here at those times. But we are, like I said, very flexible. We'd love to work with a group if they would like to use our place to hold a function. Sell merchandise here too that's branded with our lovely Great Change Brewing logo. We have shirts and we have hats and we have glassware. So if you want to be able to promote us beyond the brewery and tap room, then feel free to ask for what's available size-wise. We have multiple colors of t-shirts, so not just what's on display on the wall, but we have some that are hanging up also, so you can just ask staff and they'll be more than happy to help you out. But it's sort of nice to be able to take something home with you if you aren't sure you'll make it back for a while, or you want to share your love of the brand with family and friends. So yeah, be sure to check it out. So yeah, you can follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. We'll always be updating what food trucks we have, if we are changing our hours. Right now we are on sort of a reduced hour schedule right now just because of the pandemic. So we're not open on Mondays right now, but we're open Tuesday through Sunday. Tuesday through Friday it's 3 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday it's 2 to 7. So please feel free to check us out on Facebook and Instagram to get those updates. And we'll also be letting you know what's new in our brewing system. So if we've got a new beer coming out, we'll let you know through the social media sites. So Facebook and Instagram are the two that we use the most. And then again, you can also go onto our website to get some updates, greatchangebrewing.com.
I'm the president and founder of Temblor Brewing Company. We are a locally owned craft brewery and restaurant and event venue. We founded ourselves in 2014 and opened our doors in September of 15. So we are right now just 5 years old, and we make an exciting line of craft beers here in-house and some exciting menu items for food. Right now we're operating just our patio outside for dining and selling our beer to go. Hey guys, okay, I'm going to talk about our beers real quick. Our number one product is the Streets of Bakersfield IPA. It's a West Coast IPA. It's a traditional West Coast, very, very hoppy, got a nice malt balance to it. Our other main number one seller is Under a Blood Orange Sky, a traditional Belgian wheat beer. This is also made with blood orange juice. This has been most popular for our first 3 or 4 years, and then Streets became number one. Our newest main product is Kern County Premium. It's a light lager made with craft ingredients, which means it's made with traditional grain. Mostly barley, 98% barley, and then a couple of percentage points of wheat malt. And then we also have another newer product, Almond Brown Ale, which is made with locally roasted almonds. This is also a nice session beer. Then we move into some seasonal products. We have our annual Temblor Fest, which is a German Marzen. This is the beer that's made for Oktoberfest in Munich, Germany. It's very exciting, coming out every September, basically. We have Chocolate Pecan Porter, which is the second year making this product. It's a 7.5% porter made with cocoa nibs and vanilla and chocolate malts. So it's got a nice sweet aroma to it. And then our other newer seasonal product is Mango Hazy, which is a Northeast style IPA, which means it has yeast in suspension, but it's also heavily dry hopped like Streets of Bakersfield, and then some mango puree as well. So that's just some of our beers. We have many others. So right now we have these 7 beers available in 4- and 6-packs to go. We also have another 10 or 12 beers available to go in growlers. You can also come consume the beer on the patio in pints. And we also have 12 packs of Under a Blood Orange Sky right now as well. Hey guys, I'm here at Temblor in front of our kitchen. This is where we make all the food. I have our menu here, which we spent about 5 years building this menu. We have some very special items on here that are very popular. I'll take you through it real quick. We have our starters here. We have our giant pretzel, which is really cool. We have our own house-made beer cheese. All of our ingredients are made in-house. All of our sauces are made from scratch. We have shredded chicken nachos, which are very, very good. Sausage sampler, chicken wings. We make our own hummus in-house also. Right now we're featuring, for Oktoberfest, we're featuring German food. We have schnitzel, chicken schnitzel and a bratwurst plate, or you can get both. We have some popular salads over here at the top right. We have Southwest chicken salad. That's my favorite, made with Chipotle ranch dressing. We have steak and blue cheese also. That's very popular. Little kids menu here. And then on the back, most important, the burger. So we have a build your own burger with 4 different types of meat. We have a signature Angus brisket and chuck patty. We have chicken breast. We have local Revolution Wagyu, which is a locally local meat, Wagyu beef. And then we have the Impossible patty, which is also the vegan patty. So that's popular. So then we have 5 different setups, from the classic all the way to the California, which is bacon, provolone, pickles, garlic, aioli. And then you can upgrade. Headliners over here, Nashville West Chicken Sandwich. That's our new favorite item. It's a very hot Louisiana-style chicken sandwich. Very delicious with the pepper jack cheese and Chipotle ranch also on that. And then we have the barbecue pulled pork sandwich, and then our pork banh mi sandwich, which is a Vietnamese sandwich we've had from the very beginning. That's quite popular. And then we end it all off with our house-made root beer. And for dessert, you can get a root beer float or a brownie sundae with Doors vanilla ice cream. We have full takeout. You can call in. You can order online at temblorbrewing.com. And then you can come pick up. And we also have Uber Eats and Postmates. Hey guys, got my mask on. Temblor's very concerned about everyone's health and safety, including our employees, and we are mandating that you wear a mask inside the facility when you come in. We allow everyone to take the mask off outside while they're eating and drinking. We do have fans on the patio. We have misters when it's hot, and we're trying to keep everyone distanced and safe. We are also using sanitizing solution on all the tables between parties, and then on all handles and anything that the public is coming in contact with. Hey guys, I'm going to walk you through the brew house, but we do give tours here in the past, and we will continue at some point. We have 2 systems. This is a small one where we make a new beer every week and we put it on tap, and it's just available here at the brewery. It's called the One Hit Wonder series. We've made probably 150 different beers on this system over the last 5 years. And I'm going to walk you through. We've got some beers in barrels here. We have maple syrup barrels, we have bourbon barrels, and we have rum barrels. These are all aging. They won't age for a long time, but in about 2 months, we'll probably put them into bottles. This is our main brew house right here. It's 20 times the size of the small one. It's 300 gallons per batch, or about 5,000 beers per batch. So our fermenters are sized between batches. We have small fermenters, which is 1 batch. We have a medium size, 2, and then in the back, as we walk through there, you'll see we have 60 barrel fermenters. So 3 batches, and it takes 2 full days to fill those tanks. So a single brew session is about 7 to 8 hours. A double brew day takes about 14, and 2 different guys, 2 different shifts to finish. Come on down. This is where we finish the beer and carbonate. These are the bright tanks. This is where we start everything. This is the mill room. All the grain comes through here, gets cracked before it goes over to the mash tun. This is our filtration system. It's called a centrifuge. And right now we're running beer through it to clarify the beer, take all the yeast and the hops and everything out of the beer. Head this way to our canning machine. This is where we can all of our beers, and we do about 30 beers per minute on this machine. I'll take them to the back. There's Mike. Here's all of our empty can product waiting for beer. Takes up about 1,000 square feet. And then we have our long-term beer storage in the back here, cold box. And then the rest of the products that it takes to run everything is back here. So total facility, 19,000 square feet. And then the room that you just walked through is also an event space. You can see it has a bar. It's kind of a mess right now because of COVID, but normally we have concerts, comedy shows, private events in this room back here. Yes, when we're allowed to, we will start events back up. We'll have live comedy, music, private events. The only thing that would keep us from doing that would be if we grow the beer a lot bigger than it is right now, and then we need that space to use for production. But we are using it every day already. It's just we're able to clear it out at night and use it for events. So our primary social media is on Instagram. Temblor Brewing is our name on there, and then we are on Facebook as well. And then our website is www.temblorbrewing.com.
All right, so now we will open up for questions. Looks like we have several. From the anonymous attendee, what is your most popular brew? But it doesn't say from where. So I guess we'll go through each one. So Temblor, we have Francesca Colombo with us. Thank you for joining us. So what is your most popular brew at Temblor?
Thanks for having me. Our most popular brew is going to be the Streets of Bakersfield IPA. It's been around since day one, and it's just, you know, our signature classic West Coast IPA.
Okay, awesome. Kim, which one is your most popular brew at Great Change?
Well, right now it's our Poncherello Pale Ale, which is the pale ale that's brewed with the strata hops, and it has that real tropical essence to it. It has been thoroughly dry hopped, so it is a really unique pale ale. So yeah, everybody is buying that one up faster than anything else right now.
Awesome. And Frank, what's your most popular beer at Second Phase?
I mean, right now our biggest seller is going to be our Rich Uncle, kind of a light, crisp golden ale. It's kind of perfect for the summer heat. We've actually pushed it out to a couple restaurants now in town, so it's lean definitely on that. So
Perfect. And do any of you accept personal growlers for refill? So we can start with Temblor.
Yes, we do. It's just California ABC law that all other logos from other breweries and beer names need to be covered. We recommend doing this with like masking tape. That works really well. It doesn't take the paint off. And we ask that you bring your growler in clean, and then we will also sanitize it before filling.
Awesome. And Kim, do you guys accept?
Yes, we do accept your own personal growlers. Like Francesca said, if they are already branded, then yes, if you could try and cover up that logo that's on the bottle or jar or whatever it is. But we will also sanitize it prior to filling it.
Perfect. And Francesca, I know that, can you discuss the bricks from an old Bakersfield brewery that you have in Temblor? I know that John has discussed that before, but I don't know if you know about that and if you can share a little bit about it.
I know a little bit. I know that he picked them up after he picked them up one day. I'm not sure when or why, but he stored them. He's like, I'm going to do something with these one day. And then one day he decided to build a brewery, and now they're kind of the centerpiece of our Brick Founder wall. And our Brick Founders are people that they have their name inscribed on the wall, and they get a Mug Club membership for life, and they got some cool like swag when we first opened, but it was only available for purchase the first year that we were open. is kind of a special thing. Obviously, we can't inscribe more names on the wall, but
Sure.
it's a nice, there's a cutout of our logo that lays over the bricks, and it looks really cool. So that's
Awesome. That's very cool.
They're the bricks from the first, from the Bakersfield Brewing Company. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, that, I think the building went down in the earthquake. I'm pretty sure.
Very cool. Thank you. This next question is for Frank Miranda. What does second phase mean? I think we're having to connect with him again.
Yep, I'm back.
Frank, the question was, what does second phase mean?
So my response on the second phase is going to be that with my career as a chemist, we went with the second phase of matter being liquid. So we're focusing on making beer, which obviously is a liquid. If you talk to the rest of my family, it's just the second phase of my life. So I'll take what I believe is right, and then everyone else can go with the rest.
Okay, awesome. And then also, Frank, you mentioned you're located in the old Sam Wu Laundry. Is there anything in your building to show that the building looked like that, what it looked like back then? And because people love historical things like that, especially when they involve downtown buildings. Do you have anything like that?
So we do have a few pictures. We were planning on putting up a wall that actually showcases that. So we're still working on that. There's a lot of like old features within the concrete in here that showed where equipment was installed. But nothing that's very apparent. We really didn't do much to the building when we first moved in, especially aesthetic wise. We just kind of opened up the place. So
Awesome. How do you so someone wants to know, how do you find the schedule for food trucks at Great Change Brewery? So Kim, this is for you.
We are posting almost daily on Facebook and Instagram, so that's probably your best choice to check that on a daily basis. We are pretty consistent right now though, so what we've been seeing is that every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have for sure had a food truck here, and just recently we added a taco truck on Tuesdays, and they've been very consistent. So the only thing you'd probably want to be for sure checking on is if there's been a cancellation.
Awesome, thank you. And do we have any questions from Facebook? Okay, looks like we're good to go there. Okay, no questions on Facebook. Great. Well, thank you all for joining us today for another Visit Bakersfield Web-BEER-nar Wednesday. Thank you, Frank, Kim, and Francesca, and Don for joining us and making this another successful Webinar Wednesday featuring the sound of Something Brewing. And we hope you all received a lot of great information, and we'll check back with all three of these breweries at some point. And so we want to remind you also to check out our website. And we try to post regularly on our website any updates that we have on these locations, and as well as our social media on our Instagram and Facebook. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
thank you guys.
Thank you guys.